Broadcasting live from the Riddick's via OBS Studio Broadcast Center at Fordyce Center in Antioch. This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network. It's the final GNASH game that will be played in 2024, the last one before the holiday break. Season resumes January 13th after tonight, and it's between the only two teams sitting outside the top 8 that can still get into the Predators Cup. Station Camp Liberty Creek taking on Independence-BA-USN-Nashville Christian. Big ramifications for whoever loses this game. If Indy loses this game, they're off to the Hine Cup. If Station Camp loses this game, they're not off to the Hine Cup yet, but they'll be teetering on the edge. If it ends in a tie, it would also mean that Indy would be off to the Hine Cup, and it would push Station Camp closer to ending up in the Hine Cup. So now, no matter what the result, it's going to be painful for someone as we close out GNASH Hockey in 2024 with what should be a really good game here in Antioch. So let's go over the scores from last week. We had games across 4 nights last week. Last Monday, JP2MLK beat Centennial FRA 3-0 to clinch a Predators Cup berth. Rutherford Rampage beat the Montgomery County Rangers 6-2. Father Ryan spoiled Brentwood Senior Night with a 9-2 win. Ensworth-Nolensville Lipscomb, behind a fantastic goaltending performance from Bingston Soundara, beat Summit Page 2-0. And Hendersonville Beach Lawson beat Montgomery Bell 6-1. On Wednesday, Station Camp Liberty Creek beat the Montgomery County Rangers 10-3. Ravenwood beat Hendersonville Beach Lawson 8-6, and JP2MLK came from a 3-0 deficit to beat the Outlaws, Tennessee Outlaws 6-3. On Thursday, Father Ryan beat Centennial FRA 6-2 to knock the Cougars into the Hine Cup, and then on Friday, Ravenwood beat Father Ryan 4-0 to knock the Fighting Irish into the Hine Cup, and Montgomery Bell beat the Outlaws 5-2. So the Outlaws sitting in 8th place, only one game left for them, 1 month from yesterday against Centennial. So here are the standings coming into tonight. Ensworth-Nolensville Lipscomb, 1 game left. They have not lost anything. They've won 12, tied 2. Ravenwood in second at 10-1-1. Hendersonville Beach Lawson 9-3-1. JP2MLK and Franklin are both at 9-3-0. All 5 of those teams have clinched a Predators Cup berth. MBA are at 7-3-2. Summit Page 7-3-1. The Outlaws in 8th at 6-6-2. The Rutherford Rampage 5-9-0. Station Camp Liberty Creek 4-6-2. Father Ryan 4-8-1, Centennial FRA 4-9-0, Independence-BA-USN-Nashville Christian 3-7-1, Brentwood 3-10-1, Mount Juliet Wilson Central Green Hill 1-9-2, and the Montgomery County Rangers 0-13-0. Everybody from 9th on down except for Station Camp and Independence have claimed places in the Hine Cup. So Station Camp and Indy, the only game going on tonight. If Station Camp win, it means Indy will play in the Hine Cup in the postseason. If this game ends in a tie, if this game ends in a tie, or if Indy win it, then Montgomery Bell and Summit Page clinch Preds Cup berths. Unfortunately for Indy, the game ending in a tie would also mean they'd end up in a Hine Cup spot. But a win would do nothing just yet for either Station Camp or Indy. All right, let's talk about the two teams playing tonight's game. First up, Station Camp, coached by Keith Grooms, coming into tonight, having won their last 3. In fact, they're 3-0-1 in their last 5. 2-2 tie with the Outlaws on November 6th. 3-2 loss to Brentwood on November 11th. The come-from-behind 5-4 win over the Rampage on November 18th. 5-2 win over Father Ryan on December 4th, where Joey Siciliano scored 4 goals, and then the 10-3 win over the Rangers last Monday. Here are their stats coming into tonight. Joey Siciliano, the leading scorer, 19 points from 10 goals and 9 assists. Dom DeMaria, 11 points from 6 goals and 5 assists. Toby Mahaffey, 11 points from 5 goals and 6 assists. Marshall McMurtry, 9 points from a goal and 8 assists. Andrew Grooms, 8 points from 4 goals and 4 assists. Jaden Robertson, 7 points from 5 goals and 2 assists. Gavin Cole, 6 points from 2 goals and 4 assists. Chase Ulrich, brand new player, made his debut last Wednesday against Montgomery County. 4 points already from a hat trick and 3 assists. James Campbell, 3 points from a goal and 2 assists. Patrick McCarthy, 3 points from 2 goals and an assist. And then you have Matt Miles, Gracie Clark, Aiden Kramer, Dominic Reitz, and Mikey Bernier all have a point from an assist. Moving on to goalie play, Miller Campbell has played in 5 games. 4 of those were starts. His record 2-1-1. He's played 192 minutes, goals against average of 2.58, no shutouts. He's allowed 11 goals on 116 shots, turned away the other 105. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .905. Keaton Howard has played in 5 games. 4 of those were starts. His record 1-1-0. He's played 130 minutes, goals against average of 3.81, no shutouts. He's allowed 11 goals and 79 shots, turned away the other 68. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .861. And Carter Galeese has played in 6 games. 4 of those were starts. His record 1-4-1. He's played 177 minutes, goals against average of 4.58, no shutouts. He's allowed 18 goals on 114 shots, turned away the other 104. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .842. On to Independence-BA-USN-Nashville Christian, co-head coached by Ethan Barrow and Scotty Phillips. 3-7-1 coming into tonight. Looking over their last 5 games. They have 3 wins in their last 5. Beat Father Ryan 5-2 on October 28th. Lost 8-0 to Ensworth on November 13th. 5-2 win over the Rampage on November 20th. 3-1 loss to Franklin 2 weeks ago today, December 2nd. And then their most recent game, a 5-1 win over Centennial FRA on December 4th. Here are their stats coming into tonight. Landrick Majewski, the leading scorer, 9 points from 6 goals and 3 assists. Bryson Patton, 6 points from 3 goals and 3 assists. Michael McEver, 5 points from a goal and 4 assists. Joey Freed, 5 points from 4 goals and an assist. Jaden Parnich-Karn, 4 points from a goal and 3 assists. Barrett Teasdale, 4 points all from goals. Teasdale served a 7-game suspension for a head contact match penalty against Summit on September 30th. Finally came back 2 weeks ago against Centennial and scored twice. Oscar Dubon with 3 points from a goal and 2 assists. Oliver Weedman and Brody Wells, each with 2 points from a goal and an assist. Bryant Waddell is a point from a goal. And Gerald Friedrich, Jonas Martorell, Jake McGlynn, Andrew Brownrigg, and George Logazar all have a point from an assist. Moving on to goalie play, Trent Pavlik has played in 8 games. 5 of those were starts. His record 2-2-1. He's played 222 minutes, goals against average of 3.85. No shutouts. He's allowed 19 goals on 118 shots, turned away the other 99. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .839. Catcher Grayson has played in 6 games. All of those were starts. His record 1-5-0. He's played 239 minutes, goals against average of 5.27. No shutouts. He's allowed 28 goals on 154 shots, turned away the other 126. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .818. I got to do some digging because it's definitely been a while since I've done an indie game. There's their roster. I had to go all the way to the back of the folder for it. They're the very last one. And it's been just about a month since I last did a station camp game. There it is. Miller Campbell starting in goal for Station Camp. Looks like Trent Pavlik starting in goal for Indy. For this first period, Indy will carry the puck towards me. Station Camp will carry it away from me. I am standing behind and to the left of the net that the Bison will defend for the first and third periods. The bleacher side to my left is the near side. Benches side to my right is the far side as the game is underway. Indy win the draw and bring it into the Station Camp zone. Bison come up with it and get it out. Eagles get it back at center. And the puck ended up back in the Bison zone, and Station Camp clear it down ice for an icing. And that took the first 19 seconds off the clock in this one. Draws to the left of Campbell. Won by the Bison. They try and clear it out of the zone. Held in at the right point. Puck sent around the boards to the far side by McMurtry. And out of the zone it goes. Unable to hold it in at that left point. Looked like Nathan Alexander. Oh, and now a steal for Station Camp inside the Indy zone. Shot in the left wing side. Missed the net. Went across the front of it. Puck now back in the Station Camp zone. Sent up the near side by Mikey Berenier. And one of his teammates tried to stretch out and touch the puck, but couldn't get to it. And it goes all the way down for an icing. So 13:07 left in the first. No goals on the board. And for the second time in the first minute, draw's going to be to Miller Campbell's left. Draws one by Indy. And a pass to the left point went off Brody Wales' stick and out of the zone. He had to catch up to it at center. Eagles trying to take the puck back into the Station Camp zone. Joey Siciliano has it on the near side at center. Taken away from him. And then the Bison get it back. And now here's Aiden Kramer fighting off a hit attempt for Brody Wales. Up, still went down. Couldn't keep his balance as Siciliano tried to put the puck out in front of the Indy net. Nobody in a maroon sweater could get there. Eagles trying to clear the puck out, and one Station Camp player having trouble keeping it in at the blue line. That was Dane Kramer. Now the puck on the near side, and Eagles have it at center. Right at the Station Camp blue line. Bison come up with it. Gavin Cole fell over at center. Looked like he got tripped. I don't see an official's arm in the air. Shot from the left circle of the Indy zone. Missed the net to the right of Pavlik. Puck now deep in the right wing corner. Sent around the wall to the near side. Here's Gavin Cole at the left point, keeping it in and sending it back down. But it's taken and cleared out by Indy. Back through center come the Eagles into the Station Camp zone on the left wing side, but nice back checking by Dane Kramer to poke the puck away from Bryson Patton, who tries to put it out in front, but it was slowed up to a stop by the stick of Siciliano. Now Siciliano back into the Indy zone, takes a big hit into the boards on the far side. Now the puck comes around to the near side. Siciliano sending it back over. Puck passed out to the slot, intercepted and carried out by the Eagles. Landrick Majewski. Got a guy all over him, had it taken away. Toby Mahaffey sending it back into the Indy zone, but he was just behind the red line, so they call it icing. 11:14 to go in the first, and no goals on the board still. And for the third time in the game, the puck's going to be dropped to the left of Miller Campbell. Draws to Campbell's left. And Chase Ulrich, the newcomer in just his second GNASH game, kicked off the face-off dot in favor of Patrick McCarthy. Draw one by the Eagles. Shot in the right point. Misses the net to the right of Campbell. Puck out at center. Majewski with it. Turns it over. And ends up back in the Indy zone. It's out at center. Chase Ulrich bringing it back into the Indy zone. And there's going to be a penalty. Looked like he may have taken a slash or something as he's carrying the puck down ice. Down the left wing boards. Miller Campbell to the bench for the extra attacker. Indy trying to touch up to get the whistle. They do. And it's a high sticking penalty against the Eagles. And going to the box for Indy will be Josh Peffer. So 10:25 left in the first, no goals on the board. Station Camp getting the first power play of the game. Draw is going to be to Pavlik's right. Draw one by Indy, sent around the boards to the far side, held in by the Bison. Ulrich, center point, moving down the slot, a shot stopped by Pavlik, and he's got it covered. Just the second shot on goal of the game, both of them for Station Camp. Draw will be to Pavlik's right again. Draw one by the Bison. Here's Mikey Bernier. Left point passing over to McMurtry. Now back to the left wing side. Ulrich, his shot blocked. Puck goes to the inboard, stays in play. Eagles trying to clear out on the near side, and they do. They get it out to center. There's a foot race. Puck in the station camp zone. Brody Wales with it. Goes to the front of the net, but he couldn't get off the shot. Toby Mahaffey came in and kept him from getting the shot off. Bison get it out of the zone, but it's on the stick of Wales again. He sends it back into the station camp end. Miller Campbell out to play it, leaves it at the bottom of the right circle for Siciliano, who's behind the net. Oh, and then one Indy player, it's Bryson Patton, fell over trying to go after Siciliano. Siciliano through center, back into the Indy zone on the right wing side. Siciliano around the back of the net. Minute left in the power play for the Bison. Siciliano tried to pass across to the right wing side, went off the boards. And a shot in the slot, and Siciliano is turned away by Pavlik with the rebound put in from the bottom of the left circle, and Mikey Bernier. Pavlik made the initial save, but the puck came. Actually, no, it looks like it's Jaden Robertson leading the fist bumps. Puck came to the bottom of the left circle, and I guess it was Robertson knocking it in to make it 1-0 Station Camp with 9:10 to go in the first. So a power play goal for the Bison. Game sheet says it was Marshall McMurtry, but Robertson was the one leading the fist bump parade. As Indy bring the puck through center back into the station camp zone. Shot from the slot was blocked. That was Josh Pfeffer. Another shot in the slot. And Michael McEver off the left leg pad of Campbell, who grabs it out of the air in his glove to get the whistle. Draws to Campbell's left. Miller Campbell's left. One by the Bison, turned over to the Eagles briefly. Majewski couldn't keep his stick on it. Gracie Clark takes it, and she brings it out of the zone, but now Majewski has it again at center. Majewski back into the station camp zone on the left wing side. Moved around. One defender got off a shot from the top of the left circle that missed the net to the left of Campbell. Puck cleared out by Clark again. McEver's going to track it down inside his own zone. Puck passed ahead to Patton. Patton shot inside the station camp right circle, stopped by Campbell, and then he stops a rebound try from McEver right inside the crease and covers. 8:06 to go in the first, 1-0 station camp. Draw bit to Campbell's left. Draw one by the Eagles, shot in the right point, blocked. They hang on to the puck, put it out in front, but nobody in a white sweater could keep it on their stick. Here's Chase Ulrich, right wing side of the Indy zone. Puck passed to the slot. Now there's a one-timer from Andrew Groom, stopped and covered up by Pavlik at his right-hand post. Is Barrett Teasdale even in the lineup tonight for... Oh, wow, he's not. Vasily Santos is, though, according to the game sheet. So no Teasdale. Boy, that's a big absence for Indy. It puts them behind the 8 ball in a big way. Draw to Pavlik's right. Station Camp with the puck off the draw, shot in the right point, stopped and held onto by Pavlik at his left-hand post this time. I think that was Mahaffey, who had the game winner against Rutherford last month in that incredible come-from-behind win where the Bison trailed 4-1. Going into the third. Draws to Pavlik's left this time. Correction, it was Dom DeMaria who had that shot. Puck sliding through center back into the station camp zone on the left wing side. Andrew Grooms pokes it away from Josh Peffer. And the Bison get it out of the zone. Puck in the Indy end. One Indy player, that's Peffer again. I think, or is it Peffer or Majewski? Was Majewski getting knocked down? Then he's back in his skates and taking the puck away from what looked like Patrick McCarthy. Now brought back into the station camp zone, but taken away from him and cleared down ice by Chase Ulrich. Brody Wales will catch up to it inside the Indy zone. Send the puck around to the far side. It's cleared out, but intercepted and shot from center, and Dom DeMaria had to be turned away by Trent Pavlik. Puck loose at center. Picked up by Mikey Bernier. Sent up the near side. Nice deflection by Siciliano. Now Jaden Robertson down the Indy slot to the net. And he missed. He went right down the slot to the net. Pavlik gave him the bottom corner on the right-hand side, and he missed to the left. Shot from the left circle, and Bernier stopped and covered up by Pavlik at his right-hand post, but Jaden Robertson on a breakaway missed the Indy net completely. To keep station camp up just 1-0 with 6:15 to go in the first. Draw's going to be to Pavlik's right once more. Here's Patrick McCarthy, right point of the Indy zone, passing it down to the right wing corner. And station camp player tried to come out to the slot, got knocked down. Puck out at center. Now McCarthy with it just inside his own zone. He'll bring it out. Here's Siciliano, left wing side of the Indy zone. Going to the net, a shot. Stopped and held on to by Pavlik at his right-hand post. Indy have got to get the offense going. Not having Barrett Teasdale in the lineup tonight is a big-time miss. Draw is to the right of Pavlik. 5:40 left in the first. 1-0 station camp. Draw is one by the Eagles. Puck sent around to the near side. Now it's at the end boards. And the Eagles come up with it, and they'll bring it out to center. Carried back into the station camp zone. It actually got away from Brody Wales, was cleared out. Now it's brought back in on the right wing side by Patton. Around the back of the net he goes. Trying to come around to the far boards, but lost the puck, and it's cleared out by the Bison only as far as center. Wales with it. Wales passing it over to the far side. Mac Miles got his stick on it now. Here's Gracie Clark. Right wing side of the Indy zone. A shot. Missed the net. Actually, no. They say Pavlik got a piece of it. They put it up on the board. Puck carried to center by the Eagles. Back into the station camp zone, but it's taken off of Majewski by Marshall McMurtry. Sent back the other way. Now here's Wales. Back in the station camp zone, tried to clear it out, but he didn't get it out hard enough. Puck put in front, a shot stopped and covered up by Pavlik. I think that was on Toby Mahaffey. 4:22 to go in the first. Still 1-0 station camp. Draw was to the left of Pavlik. Indy with it. Trying to pass it up the far side, but it's held in the zone by Chase Ulrich. Ulrich goes to the slot. A shot stopped. Rebound. They score. Pavlik with the initial save, but at the right-hand side of the net to knock it in. Who was it? I couldn't tell who it was right away. It was Mahaffey, Toby Mahaffey, knocking in the rebound at the right-hand side of the net, and it is 2-0 Station Camp with 4:05 to go in the first. Draw one by Station Camp. It is dumped into the Indy zone. Puck sent around the boards to the near side. Indy come up with it, bring it out. Here's Landrick Majewski, left wing side of the Station Camp zone. Down the left wing to the front of the net. A backhander stopped and covered up at the right-hand post by Campbell. Majewski got around one defender, and he didn't close in on goal. He decided to take a shot while passing by the right-hand side of the net. Not really sure why he didn't close in on Campbell and try and put it in the bottom corner on the left-hand side, but oh well, draws to the right of Campbell. One of the couple good chances that Indy have had so far. Draw one by Station Camp. Here's Andrew Grooms. Now Joey Siciliano brings it out to center on the near side. Into the Indy zone on the left wing. Held in at the left point by Grooms, but knocked off his stick and cleared. Back into the Station Camp zone it goes, picked up by Dom DeMaria. And DeMaria around Josh Peffer out to center. DeMaria back into the Indy zone on the right wing side. Shot missed the net to the right of Pavlik. Indy with a puck, they'll bring it out to center. And puck went the other way. Offside called against Station Camp. Joey Siciliano fumbled it right at the blue line, then went over the line. Andrew Grooms brought the puck in after. 2:47 to go in the first, still 2-0 Station Camp. As I believe that is heavy rain hitting the roof here in Antioch. Draw on the dot in front of the Indy bench. Station Camp win it, get it into the Indy zone. And here's Jaden Robertson going to the front of the net, cutting for the left wing, a shot. I think he missed the net again. He went right to the front of the net and he missed again. I think he missed high this time. He had a breakaway earlier in the period and he missed to Pavlik's left. I think he missed high this time. Now here's DeMaria from his own zone, trying to pass it up the near side, hit the skates of an Indy defender. Was Bryson Patton, and now Patton takes the puck away from DeMaria at center, but then loses it trying to get around DeMaria. Robertson back in the Indy zone on the left wing side. Stops in the left wing corner. Pass to the slot. Is intercepted and cleared out by the Eagles. Brought back in by Marshall McMurtry, crossing to the right wing side. McMurtry's shot missed the net. Indy with a puck. Trying to get it out of the zone. Station Camp keep it alive. But going towards the left wing corner. Gracie Clark going to get there. Passes it up to the boards to the left point. And Michael Bernier, who sends it right back down to Clark. Puck behind the net. And Indy come up with it, and they'll bring it out to center. It's in the Station Camp zone, and Jonas Martinrell pushed aside like it was nothing by Mason Campbell, but they're going to send him to the box for it. So Mason Campbell will go to the box for interference, and Indy will get their first power play of the game, trailing 2-0 with 64 seconds to go in the first. Mason Campbell, one of the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seniors on this Station Camp squad. Draw to the right of Miller Campbell. Dropped the puck, and the linesman was blowing, or somebody was blowing a whistle right before the linesman dropped the puck. I think it was the referee at the blue line. So they'll kick Majewski off the dot for Peffer. They drop the puck again. One by Indy, sent to the front of the net, but deflected away by the stick of Bernier. Last minute of the first, Chase Ulrich carries the puck to center. Ulrich Racing into the Indy zone, getting off a shot that's blocked. Drops it back to Bernier. Bernier back inside his own zone. Passes over to McMurtry. Ulrich, right wing side of the Indy zone, trying to pass across to Mahaffey, I think, who couldn't get his stick on the puck. Indy clear it down ice. Back into the station camp zone. 30 seconds left in the period. Here's Bernier. Passing it to his left, and Ulrich. Ulrich had the puck poked away, but Bernier there to back him up and clear it out. It's back in the Indy zone. Michael McEver with it. Now it's sent back into the station camp end. Be tracked down in the right wing corner by Landrick Majeski. Minute left in the power play for Indy. Time running out on the period. Brody Wales with a puck, taking a shot. Score! It counts! Brody Wales with a shot from the right or left point that Campbell didn't see, and it ends up in the back of the net on the right-hand side, and Indy convert the power play in the nick of time in the first. So Brody Wales with a buzzer-beating goal to get Indy on the board. I know Toby Mahaffey had one of the goals for Station Camp. I'm not sure at the first. I think it was Jaden Robertson. I'll go ask, but Station Camp lead Indy 2-1 at the end of one. Ready to go with the start of the second period. Trent Pavlik still in goal for Indy. Miller Campbell still in goal for Station Camp. As Station Camp win the draw and bring the puck into the Indy zone, and a shot from Robertson stopped and held on to by Pavlik. Confirmation it was Jason Robertson who had the first Station Camp goal. For this second period, Station Camp will carry the puck towards me. Indy will carry it away from me. No power play time carrying over for Indy since Brody Wales scored right at the buzzer. Draw to the right of Pavlik. Won by Indy, but Aiden Kramer reaches out, takes a shot that Pavlik stops and hangs on to. So they'll drop it to his right again. Draw one by Station Camp. Shot from Joey Siciliano in the high slot off the glove of Pavlik. Puts it in front, or Aiden Kramer put it in front. Now here's Siciliano again to the slot. A shot scored! Joey Siciliano shot from the slot into the top corner on the left-hand side of the net. And Station Camp re-extend the lead to 2, just 32 seconds into the second, 13:28 to go. It's now 3-1 Bison. Draw one by the Bison. Chase Ulrich, right wing side of the Indy zone, and the puck poked off his stick, but trailing and getting off a shot that goes off the glove of Pavlik was Toby Mahaffey. Now here's Ulrich behind the net. Tried to put it out in front, couldn't get it around Landrick Majewski. Puck cleared out by the Eagles. Bison get it back at center. Here is Mahaffey. Back into the Indy zone on the left wing side. Passes over right wing side. Ulrich shot over the net. From just over the right face-off hash marks, and a shot from the right wing boards. And Patrick McCarthy had to be stopped by Pavlik. He had to stick the right leg pad out, or that thing was sneaking in at the right hand side of the net. Here's Mahaffey passing out to the blue. Sorry, it's not Mahaffey. That's Mahaffey taking a shot in the right point. Stopped and covered up by Pavlik. No, it was Mahaffey with a pass out to the right point, and Dane Kramer who had the shot. 12:27 to go in the second. 3-1 Station Camp. They're giving that Indy goal to Jackson McCoy, so I guess they're saying he got a tip. Looked like a shot from Wales all the way to me. Draw to the left of Pavlik. Won by Station Camp. Pass down the left wing side, intercepted by Wales. He'll bring it through center. Back into the Station Camp zone, on angle shot, score! Went off of Campbell and in. Wales with a shot from just above the right wing corner. It went off of something on Campbell into the back of the net. And it is 3-2 Station Camp with 12:10 to go in the second. Draw one by the Eagles. Michael McKever through center into the Station Camp zone on the right wing side. Trying to put it in front. Puck came back to him. Now he comes out to the left wing side, gets off a shot. I think missed the front of the net. Puck held in at the right point by McKever. He starts moving down the right wing. Puts it behind the net. Put out in front. Nobody in a white sweater can get to it. Held into the blue line. And a shot blocked. Held into the blue line by George Logazar, and then a shot blocked. Puck whipped around the boards to the near side. Held in by Indy. Shot from Logazar. I think missed the net to the right of Campbell. Puck cleared out by the Eagles. No, by the Bison. The Eagles will be the ones trying to hold it in the Station Camp zone. Puck now back in the Station Camp end. Michael McKever is going to get to it in the right wing corner. Backhanded ahead to Logazar. Logazar backhanding it over to the far side. Having to race to get to it was Patton. Otherwise, Aiden Kramer would have been on a breakaway to the front of the net. Puck out at center. Station Camp with it again. Sent back into the Indy zone. Here's Jaden Robertson. Down the right wing. Shot stopped by Pavlik with a right leg pad. Robertson scored that opening goal, and now he can't buy another one. Here's Josh Peffer back into the Station Camp zone. Puck carried back into the Indy end. Shot from the right wing, and Siciliano blocked by Brody Wales. It went all the way into the ceiling and out of play. Wales showed up right when Siciliano wasn't expecting him to. Blocked that shot out of play. 10:19 to go in the second. 3-2 Station Camp. Draws to the left of Pavlik. One by Station Camp. Shot missed the net. Puck sent around the boards to the near side or far side. Mikey Bernier holds it in at the left point. Passes off Chase Ulrich. Ulrich tried to go to the slot. Had the puck taken away. And now here's Brody Wales. Had the puck knocked away. Puck sent back into the Indy zone. It's out on the near side. Now behind the net, Robertson. Passing out to the blue line, held in by Marshall McMurtry. From the left point, the puck's in front. Oh, and Robertson shoots it wide to the left of Pavlik. Again, he misses from right in front. Jonas Martorell tried to clear. It was held in at the right point by McMurtry. And his pass to the slot went off the stick of Peffer and out. Now it's back in the Indy zone. McMurtry carrying it over to the left wing side. Goes to the end boards. Now it's passed out. Left circle shot stopped by Pavlik. That was McCarthy. Patrick McCarthy with a shot there. And the Eagles clear it. .8:35 to go in the second. 3-2 Station Camp. Draws to Pavlik's left. Won by Station Camp. Gracie Clark tried to pass the slot. Mac Miles. It's intercepted and brought out to center by Michael McKever. McKever, left wing side of the Station Camp zone, goes to the inboards. And now the puck sliding through center back into the Indy zone. It was iced by the Bison. Okay, so Rich Mellon confirming to me that yes, indeed, Jackson McCoy did deflect that shot from Brody Wales that ended up in the back of the Station Camp net right at the end of the first. So it is McCoy with that goal. Wales got the most recent one that leaked through Campbell from an odd angle, draws to Campbell's left. Won by the Eagles and a shot gloved and held onto by Campbell. So they'll drop it to his left once more. Draw one by Station Camp. They clear it out, and it's going to be another icing against the Bison. Eight minutes left in the second. 3-2 Station Camp. Draw to the left of Campbell. Won by the Bison. Big battle for the puck on the far boards. And Station Camp come up with it. Can't clear it. Take it back, and Ulrich will bring it out to center. Chase Ulrich into the Indy zone on the right wing side, trying to go to the slot. Tried to drop it back to Aiden Kramer, and was intercepted and brought out by Bryson Patton. Patton back into the Station Camp zone with the puck in the right wing corner. Takes a push, keeps his balance. Puck comes around to the near side, cleared out by the Bison. It's back in the Indy zone. Is it going to go for an icing? No, it's going to die right before the line. Toby Mavey with a big hit on Michael McKever in the right wing corner. McKever is down. They blow the whistle, and McKever gets back to his skates. And is there going to be a penalty? Yes, there is against Mahaffey. It's a 2-minute minor. Is it going to be what is it? Is it boarding? Indy on the power play. It's roughing. Oh, boy, he got away with that. He got lucky it was only roughing, and it's not boarding, and he's sitting in the box for 2 and 10. He's only sitting in the box for 2 minutes, or if Indy managed to convert the power play, however much time he did sit in the box. So 7:04 left in the second. Indy down 3-2, going on the power play once again. They scored on the power play right at the end of the first. Draw is going to be to Miller Campbell's right. Draw one by the Bison. They bring it to center. Dom DeMaria backhands the puck into the Indy zone. Kill off some time. Dowden Frederick passing it up the near side. Oh, Landrick Majewski had it taken away. Brought right back into the Indy zone. Dom DeMaria passing in front. Oh, and it's poked away from Siciliano by Brody Wales. Keep him from getting the shot off. Wales brings it out to center but loses it to DeMaria. Station Camp with the puck again. DeMaria. Back in the Indy zone. It's poked away from Siciliano. Wales passing it up the far side, but held into the left point by DeMaria. Gets off a shot that I think went off of Wales and went past the net to the left of Pavlik. Siciliano is going to bring the puck out to center. Backhanded over to Bernier, who backhands it back into the Indy zone. Cleared out by Brody Wales. This will end up being an icing. Nope, it's tracked down by Station Camp. Under a minute left in the power play for Indy. Here comes Siciliano back into the Indy zone. Couldn't get off a backhander from the bottom of the left circle that was blocked by the stick of Wales. Wales brings it to center. Back into the Station Camp zone. Lost the puck. Taken back in a shot. Off the glove of Campbell into the netting above the glass. Not sure who got that shot off just did. I think it was Josh Peffer on the trail. Went off of something and off of something Station Camp and out of play. It was Majewski who had that shot. 32 seconds left in the power play. 5:36 to go in the second. Still 3-2. Station Camp draw is going to be to the left of Miller Campbell. One by Station Camp. Gavin Cole behind his own net under 30 seconds left in the power play for Indy. Trying to clear it out to the far side. Held in. Brody Wales shot in the right wing. Stopped and held on to by Campbell. At his left-hand post, Wales has been the most dangerous player for Indy so far tonight. He had the assist on the first goal right at the end of the first that was deflected by Jackson McCoy, and he had Indy's second goal earlier in the second. Draws to the left of Campbell. Won by Station Camp, whipped around the boards to the near side. Chase Ulrich passing ahead, and now here's Joey Siciliano, right wing side of the Indy zone. Is shot from the right circle off the stick of Brody Wales and over the net. Now Siciliano trying to put it in front for Ulrich. It's knocked away by Majewski. Penalty time against Station Camp is up. They're back at even strength. And out of the box and joining the play is Mahaffey. Station Camp with the puck. It's back in the Indy zone. Brody Wales trying to get it out off the far side boards. Station Camp take it back and decide to go to center to regroup because they had a couple of players changing. Now the puck brought back into the Indy zone. Nice back check by Brody Wales, but Gavin Cole gets around him and gets off a backhander that's stopped by Pavlik at the left-hand side of the net. Slides through the crease and past the net to his right. Puck put out in front for Mahaffey, but it hopped off his stick blade, and it's cleared out. What a chance for Gavin Cole. Pavlik comes up big again. Pavlik, the only reason Indy are even in this game. Oh, and Mason Campbell takes the puck away from Brody Wales behind the Indy net. Backhands it out bottom of the right circle. Here's Patrick McCarthy. Puck taken away. He was double teamed, and that allowed Landrick Majewski to swoop in, take the puck away, and bring it back into the Station Camp zone. But he has it taken away as he was crossing paths with Toby Mahaffey, who shot from the right circle of the Indy zone, is steered away by Pavlik with a stick handle. Puck on the inboards behind the net. Michael McEvert trying to pass it up the far side. Bryson Patton carries it to center. Back into the station camp zone on the right wing side. Can't get around the back checker for the Bison. Oh, but the puck comes in front to Josh Peffer, who couldn't get off a shot. Here come the Bison to center. Joey Siciliano. Oh, trying to go to the front of the Indy net. Michael McEvert caught up to him in the slot and hooked him and wouldn't let him get the shot away. So McEvert will go to the box. So station camp back to the power play, up 3-2 with exactly 3 minutes to go in the second. Draws to the right of Pavlik. Won by Station Camp. Mikey Bernier, left point, moving along the blue line. Passing it over to the right half wall, and Siciliano's shot stopped by Pavlik. Or was it blocked? I don't think Pavlik touched that actually. Puck held in the zone. Now at the left point. Bernier. Top of the right circle. Back across Siciliano, bottom of the left circle, shot stopped by Pavlik, rebound knocked in from in front. It's Andrew Grooms. Pavlik with the initial save, and Patrick Grooms backhands the rebound into the back of the net to convert the power play for the Bison and give them a 4-2 lead with 2:32 to go in the second. Draw one by Station Camp, and a shot from DeMario. Took a deflection off an Indy stick. Went up high. Pavlik stood up, about on his tippy toes to stop it with his chest. Rebound was knocked away. Puck still in the zone, though. Held in at the left point. Joey Siciliano to the slot. A shot off a stick and into the netting above the glass. So the draw will be to Pavlik's right once more. Draw one by Station Camp. Shot right off the draw, kicked away by Pavlik with a right leg pad. Here's Aiden Kramer trying to go to the slot, whiffed on a shot attempt, gets the puck back, passes it over to Robertson, who misses the net again from right in front. Robertson putting it out in front, held in Gavin Cole on the left wing side. Trying to put it in front for Robertson, shot stopped by Pavlik, another shot stopped by Pavlik, and Pavlik manages to cover up the rebound behind the left-hand side of the net. Minute 40 to go in the second, still 4-2 Station Camp. Draws to Pavlik's left. One by Station Camp. Puck passed out to the right point. Here's a shot from Jackson McCoy at the other end, gloved and held onto by Miller Campbell as Indy finally reach double digits in shots on goal. And Pavlik takes off his gear and starts adjusting his mask. Draws to the left of Campbell. One by the Bison, and he did get all his gear back on right before they dropped the puck, so he's back in position. Brody Wales with the puck poked away at the right point. And a pass to center for Robertson. Brings it into the Eagle zone on the right wing side. Gets off a backhander that misses the net to the left of Pavlik from the slot. Under a minute left of the period. Cole trying to pass the slot, went off a stick and came on goal. Pavlik having to turn it away with a left leg pad. And Peyton Brogdon's going to puck. 45 seconds exactly to go. In the second, still 4-2. Station Camp. Draws to Pavlik's left. Won by Station Camp. Chase Ulrich comes around the back of the net out to the left wing side. Backhands it up to the blue line. And up. Oh, Peyton Brogdon left the puck behind her. Now there's a chance in front for Station Camp. A backhander stopped by Pavlik. Now they put it in front. Oh, and Mahaffey hit a shot that was deflected over the net, I think, by the stick of either Wales or Patton. Now another shot from Ulrich. Misses the net to the right of Wales. Misses the net to the right of Pavlik. Puck sent towards the front of the net, intercepted by Patton. He brings it to center, but it's taken back by the Bison. Here's Chase Ulrich back into the Indy zone on the right wing side. He's going to run out of time, and that's it for the period. As Brody Wales gave him a shot in the shoulder right at the end of the period, and then they got a little heated with one another. Wales knocked him down, and there may be penalties here right at the end of the second. So Station Camp outscore Indy 2-1 in the second like they did in the first. The Station Camp goals from Joey Siciliano and Andrew Grooms, and Indy's goal from Brody Wales. And Station Camp now lead Indy 4-2 at the end of 2. Ready to go for the start of the third and final period. Miller Campbell still in goal for Station Camp. Trent Pavlik still in goal for Indy for this third and final period. Indy will carry the puck towards me. Station Camp will carry it away from me. Chase Ulrich and Brody Wales called for coincidental minors for their little heated bit of contact at the end of the second. We'll stay 5-on-5 as we start the third. Draw one by Station Camp to start the third period. If this result holds, Indy are off to the Hein Cup, and no one clinches a Preds Cup berth tonight because Station Camp could still get in the top 8 and push out the Outlaws at least. Puck in front, and a backhander missed from right in front, I think by Marshall McMurtry. No, correction, it was Mason Campbell who missed, and the shot from the left wing boards gloved and held onto by Pavlik. 13:22 to go. (4-2) Station Camp. Draw to the right of Pavlik. Won by Station Camp. A Shot from the blue line was blocked, goes all the way back into the station camp zone, caught up to by Mikey Bernier, sends it over to the far side. Shot in the right circle and inside the Indy zone, turned away by Pavlik. Puck carried back into the station camp zone. Landrick Majewski gets knocked down. Puck carried out to center by Dom DeMaria. Taken away from him, dropped back, but Bernier with it now. Marshall McMurtry. Back up the near side. DeMaria, left wing side of the Indy zone, had the puck taken away. Puck sent back into the station camp zone. McMurtry clears it out. Sliding back into the Indy zone, here's McKever. He's out at center, brought back in by Gavin Cole on the left wing side. Cole missed a great chance late in the second. Robertson's missed a lot from in front. Funny thing is, he scored the first goal of the game. He should have like 4 goals right now, maybe even 5. Back the other way come the Eagles. Puck brought back into the station camp zone. Falling over in the high slot was Bryson Patton. Here's Joey Siciliano bringing it back into the Indy zone. To the front end, a shot, score! He went down the left wing. When he got to the right-hand side of the net, he backhanded it into the top left corner. And it's his second goal of the game, and Station Camp are now up 5-2 with 11:31 to go. Indy desperately missing Barrett Teasdale tonight. Station Camp have 2 games left after tonight. They play JP2 on January 13th. And the very first game back, that's at 5:30 at Centennial on January 13th. So the first game back from the holidays. And then they play Ravenwood last week of the regular season on the 29th. And the GNASH Cup regular season championship might be on the line for Ravenwood to win that night. But first, they have to beat Innsworth on the 13th. If they lose that game or it ends in a tie, then Innsworth win. Because with a tie, Innsworth would reach 27 points, and Ravenwood can't even get to 27 points right now. Puck back in the Indy zone. Eagles with it. Bryson Patton to the front of the Station Camp net. Puck poked away by Gavin Cole right when he got there. Now here's Andrew Grooms back into the Indy zone. Grooms shot in the slot, missed the net to the right of Pavlik. Puck brought back into the Station Camp zone by Brody Wales. Past the slot off the stick of McKever. Andrew Grooms will try to clear it out, hit an Indy stick and stayed in. Cleared out by Dane Kramer. And now here's Andrew Grooms flicking it up the near side boards. And the puck was on the far side at center and ended up in the Indy penalty box. 9:59 to go, still 5-2, Station Camp. And a timeout has been called. I'm not sure by who. I would guess it would be Indy that called it, considering they're not only trailing 5-2, they're trailing in shots on goal 36-10. And again, they do not have Barrett Teasdale in the lineup tonight, and that is showed in how ineffective the offense has been. Brody Wales, aside from Trent Pavlik, who has 31 saves on 36 shots, Brody Wales has been their best player. He has a goal and an assist. So let's talk a bit about the situation here. So if Indy were to come back and this game were to end in a tie, okay, well, the way both these teams are right now, because this game isn't finished yet, Station Camp are at 4-6-2 with 10 points. Indy are at 3-7-1 with 7 points. Station Camp can finish the regular season with a maximum of 16 points and 7 wins. Indy can finish the regular season with a maximum of 15 points with 7 wins. Draws on the dot in front of the Station Camp bench, the Indy bench at center. If Indy were to come back and win this game as they win the draw, nope. They turn it over to Station Camp inside their own zone. If Indy were to come back and get this game to end in a tie, it means they would end up in the Hine Cup, because then they could only finish with 14 points and 6 wins. Up offside call against the Eagles as the puck ended up in the Bison zone, I think with Josh Peffer over the line and touched up by Michael McKever. But yeah, if Indy were to come back and have this game end in a tie, it means they can only finish on 14 points with 6 wins. The Outlaws already have 6 wins, and the Outlaws beat Indy a couple months ago, 3 months ago, 2-0. So the Outlaws own the head-to-head. And here's McKever trying to pass the slot, intercepted and cleared out of the zone. No, it was not cleared out of the zone. It was kept alive at the right point. Puck coming out to the blue line, held in by Wales. Shot in the blue line was blocked. Jackson McCoy tried to put it out in front for Peffer, intercepted and taken out of the zone by Mason Campbell. Campbell got knocked down going out of the zone, and there's going to be a penalty against Indy. Tripping is the call. Not sure who. Okay, it's Josh Peffer in the box. So 9:08 left in the game. Station Camp to the power play up 5-2. Draws to the left of Pavlik. So if this score holds, it means Indy would end up in the Hine Cup, because they could now only finish with 13 points. And the Outlaws, who are in 8th place, already have 14. One-timer from Chase Ulrich in the right circle misses, and it went out of play. Went off the top of the dasher boards and touched the netting above the glass, so that's why they blew the whistle. Station Camp, if Station Camp, MBA, and the Outlaws all finish with 16 points from 7 wins, it's going to complicate things. Draws to the right of Pavlik. Station Camp beat MBA, so they'd be placed above the Big Red. MBA just beat the Outlaws back on Friday, but the Outlaws and Station Camp tied back on November 6th. So no one owns the head-to-head there. So if all 3 of those teams were to finish with 16 points and 7 wins, because the first tiebreaker is which team has won more games, and in the case where all 3 teams have won the same number of games, you have to throw that tiebreaker out. Chase Ulrich brings the puck back into the Indy zone, gets off a shot that's deflected past the net to the right of Pavlik. Oh, and then 2 Station Camp players bump into each other, allowing Indy to bring the puck out. And offside warning against Landrick Majewski, who did a great job to heat it. Oh, there's going to be a penalty against the Bison. Okay. Referee had his hand in the air because he was signaling delayed penalty. High sticking call against, looks like Dom DeMaria. Yeah, it's DeMaria. So there goes the power play for Station Camp. It'll be 4-on-4 for 61 seconds, 8:09 to go. Bison up 5-2. So, yeah, if the NBA, the Outlaws, and Station Camp were all to finish with 16 points and 7 wins, things would get murky, because you can't clearly separate Station Camp from the Outlaws in that situation, because their game finished in a tie. Indy won the draw, but Jackson McCoy has it taken away and cleared down ice, and Brody Wells is going to get to it before it gets to the goal line. Well under a minute left in the 4-on-4 now. And a pass to center by Wales. I think it was Wales. Yes. No, it was not. It was George Logazar. It was intercepted by Gavin Cole, so Station Camp with a puck back in the Indy zone, trying to put it in front. Puck taken back by the Eagles. 30 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Eagles trying to get it out of the zone. Mikey Bernier up. It went past him, and now here's a chance for the Eagles. Michael McKever, shot in the right circle, misses the net to the left of Campbell. They're putting the shot up on the board. They say he got a piece of it, and he redirected it enough where it went off the glass and out of play. "14 seconds left in the 4-on-4. 7:22 to go in the game. Still 5-2. Station Camp draw's going to be to Campbell's left. I mentioned earlier Station Camp's last regular season game is against Ravenwood. Indy also have to play Ravenwood in the final week of the regular season. They'll play them on January 27th. Here's Joey Siciliano back into the Indy zone. A shot. I think it missed the net. Penalty time against Station Camp is up. They're now on the power play. No, I'm sorry. Penalty time against Indy is up. They're now on the power play. For 59 seconds is Jaden Robertson with another shot that misses. And then the puck comes off the boards back into the crease, and Trent Pavlik covers while facing the inboards. And we got some players tied up after the whistle. And Jaden Robertson is going to go to the box. And we'll see if there's any penalties against Indy. Looks like there's going to be. Jackson McCoy. Two players from Indy are going to go to the box. Brody Wales. Well, he stepped into the box, then he stepped out. Jackson McCoy goes in. So we'll see if this changes the man advantage situation for the Bison. 6:58 to go. Station Camp still up 5-2. Yeah, the reason that nobody would clinch a Preds Cup berth tonight if Station Camp hang on and win this game is because of the fact that Summit only have 15 points. So if Summit were to lose their two remaining games, how many games do they have left? Oh, wait, I got the standings right here. Summit have 4 games left. If they have they play Franklin January 16th, and then they have 3 games left in that final week of January. If they were to lose all 4 of their remaining games and Station Camp were to win their last 2, and the Outlaws were to win their last one, then NBA, the Outlaws, and Station Camp would all finish at 16 points, and they'd all get the last 3 Preds Cup berths, and Summit would be pushed out of the top 8 and into the Hein Cup. So that's why a Station Camp win means nobody clinches a Preds Cup berth tonight, but Indy would end up with a Hein Cup spot because they could only finish the regular season with 13 points. And like I said, the Outlaws already have 14 in 8th place. They're still sorting out the penalties for what happened after the whistle. Jaden Robertson with a 2-minute minor up on the board. Well, what did Jackson McCoy do? Is it a 5-on-3 for Indy? Jaden Robertson called for roughing. Did Robertson get a double minor for roughing? No. Yeah, he did get a double minor for roughing. I guess Jackson McCoy's in for roughing, so it's a double minor. Well, then Station Camp's got 4 guys out there. They should only have 3. Draw is to the right of Pavlik. Well, then why is Robertson's number up on the board? If Station Camp could still have 4 guys out there, how's it not a 5-on-3? One-timer from Ulrich misses the net. So it's still a 5-on-4 for Indy. That doesn't make any sense. Because if Dom DeMario's penalty expires, is he allowed to come out on the ice? Here's Chase Ulrich, shot in the left wing. I think it was blocked and went into the netting above the glass. I'm still trying to figure that out. 15 seconds left in the 5-on-4, 6:24 to go in the game. Still 5-2 Station Camp. Vasily Santos got called for roughing. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But that doesn't make it. If Robertson's penalty is up on the board, extra penalty is up on the board. Station Camp should only have. Okay, now they've cut. Okay, now they realize the mistake and send a guy back to the bench. So Station Camp do have 3 guys out there now. So the ref let them play with 4 guys for over 40 seconds. Here's Brody Wales, left wing side of the Indy zone. Sorry, Station Camp zone, loses the puck. Penalty against Dom DeMaria is up. He's out on the ice. So it's a 5-on-4 for Indy now. Puck back in the Indy zone. Minute left in that 5-on-4. Chase Ulrich, shot from the left circle, misses the net. Puck held in and passed up to the blue line by DeMario to Joey Siciliano. His shot takes a deflection, comes over to the left with circle. Gavin Cole with a shot stopped by Pavlik. That ended up behind the net. Pavlik didn't know where it was. Puck whipped around to the far side. It's out at center. 30 seconds left in the 5-on-4 for Indy. Joey Siciliano had it poked away. Brought back into the Station Camp zone, but taken away from Josh Peffer. Puck back in the Indy zone. Here is Michael McKever. Pushed into the boards. Penalty time against Station Camp is up. They're back at even strength. Andrew Grooms dropped his stick as puck sent down ice by Indy off the boards, and Miller Campbell decides to cover as it came back to the left-hand side of the net. But Andrew Grooms, who was serving one of the penalties for Robertson, jumped out of the box, left his stick behind, had to turn around, reach back and get it. 4:51 to go, 5-2 Station Camp. Draws to the left of Miller Campbell. Won by the Bison. Here's Mikey Bernier behind his own net. Sends it up the far side boards and out. Caught up to inside the Indy zone by Brody Wales. Here come Indy to center, but they lose the puck. Mason Campbell takes a shoulder from Michael McKever. Puck ends up in the Indy zone anyway. McKever brings it out. McKever dumps it back into the Station Camp zone. Miller Campbell didn't even let it go to the boards. He was sending it up the near side towards Gracie Clark. McKever keeps it alive. McKever tried to shoot it. It hit the back of Clark's skates and went into the right wing corner. Here's Mac Miles. Banging it off the far boards, trying to get it out. Kept alive. Jackson McCoy tried to send it to the front of the net. Went into the slot. Bernier tried to clear it. It's held into the blue line, and a shot from Dowden Friedrich floats into the glove of Campbell, who hangs on for the whistle. 3:32 to go, still 5-2, Station Camp. Draw is to the right of Campbell. Station Camp win the draw. Marshall McMurtry had the puck poked away. He brings it to center. Now here's Chase Ulrich into the Indy zone, and his shot turned into the netting above the glass by Pavlik with a stick. Draw to the right of Pavlik. Won by Station Camp. Gavin Cole's shot from the left point, blockered off, I think, the crossbar by Pavlik. Now the puck carried to the slot by Chase Ulrich and backhanded wide. Here's Cole trying to send it to the front of the net. Stopped by Pavlik. And it's loose in the crease still. He finally gets it covered. .258 to go, still 5-2, Station Camp. Draws to the right of Pavlik. Won by Station Camp. Jaden Robertson with another shot. This one gloved and held on to by Pavlik. Again, Robertson scored the first goal of the game, and then he's missed like 3-4 shots from right in front. Not had them stopped by Pavlik, missed them. Draws to Pavlik's right, won by the Bison. Gavin Cole shot in the left point, misses the net. Puck out on the far side. Passed up to the right point, Dane Kramer. Gives it away to the Eagles. Puck carried to center. Puck back in the Station Camp zone on the left wing side. Bryson Patton trying to pass to the slot. Intercepted Dom DeMaria. Now Joey Siciliano is going to carry it out. Siciliano back into the Indy zone on the right wing side to the front of the net. Shot! Did he score? Yes, he did. Siciliano completes the hat trick, and then he crashes hard into the left wing corner boards. I think he flicked it over the glove of Pavlik into the back of the net, and then he takes a painful smash into the boards. Completes the hat trick to make it 6-2 Station Camp with 2:13 to go. And he's not going to do a fist bump parade. He's going to limp back onto the bench. So barring a miracle comeback, Indy are going to end up in the Hein Cup. Or they're going to end up with a Hein Cup spot after this game is over. Ooh. Miller Campbell down in the crease, and I think it was Josh Peffer who had a pass across to the left circle. It was intercepted and cleared out by Mac Miles. Here's Chase Ulrich, right wing side of the Indy zone. Taking a shot, stopped by Pavlik. Rebound cleared away from the front of the net and out to center. Last minute of the game. Andrew Grooms with a puck inside his own zone. Leaves it for Aiden Kramer. Kramer ahead to Toby Mahaffey. Mahaffey. The puck taken away. Here's Chase Ulrich with a backhander from the right circle. Stopped and held on to by Pavlik. 30.6 seconds to go. 6-2 Station Camp. Always to the left of Pavlik. Won by Station Camp. Puck put in front and unable to knock it in from right in front. I think it was Mason Campbell. Puck's behind the net. Marshall McMurtry, a shot from an odd angle, turned away by Pavlik. Indy with a puck. Tried to bring it out to center, held in by the Bison. Time's going to run out, and that's it. Station Camp make up more ground in the top 8. They're now just 2 points behind the 8th place Outlaws, and Indy will be playing in the Hein Cup as the Bison win 6-2. So Barrett Teasdale's absence affecting Indy greatly, and they were behind the 8 ball the entire game, even though they were only down 2-1 and 3-2 at one point. But Bison pulled away with a game. Had a 4-2 lead. After the second period, and they scored twice. Joey Siciliano actually scoring twice for the Bison here in the third to complete his hat trick. And they win 6-2. So 7 of the 8 Henry Hein Cup spots have been claimed. There's 1 left to pick up, but there are still 3 Preds Cup berths sitting on the table. So Station Camp win this one 6-2. Hat trick for Joey Siciliano. The other goals from Station Camp came from Jaden Robertson, Toby Mahaffey, and Andrew Grooms. And Indy's goals came from Jackson McCoy and Brody Wales. I'm gonna split player of the game. I'm gonna give half of it to Joey Siciliano for having a hat trick. I'm gonna give the other half to Jaden Robertson, because that dude should have had a hat trick or maybe at least 4 goals, because he missed so many shots from right in front. So Joey Siciliano and Jaden Robertson are co-players of the game for tonight. So here's how the standings look after tonight's game. 102 regular season games have been played, 18 left on the other side of the holiday break. They'll be played over the course of 3 weeks. We've got that first week back, January 13th through 16th, and then we got that week that's open. It was left open at the start of the year just in case we had any makeup games because of weather. And then we got the final week of January with the final week of the regular season. Ainsworth, Nolensville, Lipscomb, 14 games played. They haven't lost any. They've won 12, tied 2. Ravenwood second at 10-1-1. Hendersonville beats Lawson 9-3-1. JP2MLK and Franklin both at 9-3-0. Everyone in the top 5 has clinched a Preds Cup berth. Montgomery Bell are at 16-15 and at 7-3-2. Now let me see. Can they be pushed out? I don't think they can be pushed out. I'm not sure. Let me see here. If Summit were to finish above, if NBA, the Outlaws, and Station Camp all finished with 16 points and 7 wins, and Summit Page finished above them, I don't think NBA would be pushed out of the top 8. NBA may have clinched tonight. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to talk to Mark Lane because this is real complicated. Because the Outlaws only have one game left. And they can only finish with 16 points. But they already lost to NBA, so they can't push NBA down. Station Camp beat NBA. They can push them down, but they can also only finish with 16 points. And NBA already have 16. I don't think Summit had played NBA yet. I don't think Summit had played the Big Red yet. I don't know. Things get complicated. Okay. All right. Summit Page are at 7-3-1. The Outlaws are at 6-6-2. Station Camp, Liberty Creek are now ahead of the Rampage. The Bison are now 5-6-2. The Rampage are 5-9-0. Father Ryan 4-8-1. Centennial FRA 4-9-0. Independence-BA-USN-Nashville Christian now 3-8-1 after losing tonight. Brentwood now 3-10-1. Mount Juliet Wilson Central Green Hill 1-9-2, and the Rangers are 0-13-0. So everyone from 10th on down. The Rampage are now 10th. Everybody from 10th on down will play in the Henry Hine Cup in the postseason. But the last 3 Preds Cup berths and the last Hine Cup spot, the race for those is going to go into January. So let's examine who the 4 contenders still have to play. NBA have 3 games left. They play Franklin on January 13th, Mount Juliet on the 27th, and Summit Page in the last game of the regular season here in Antioch on January the 30th. Summit Page have 4 games left. They are going to be the busiest of these 4. Their first game back is January 16th against Franklin here in Antioch, but then they play 3 games that final week of the regular season against JP2 on January 27th, against Father Ryan on January 29th, and again, the last game of the regular season against NBA here in Antioch on January the 30th. The Outlaws have 1 game left against Centennial FRA on January 15th, and the Bison after tonight have just 2. They play JP2 MLK on January 13th and then play Ravenwood on January 29th. They're a good team, but I don't think they're good enough to beat Ravenwood. I think Ravenwood's a step too far. I think they're going to come up short in trying to qualify for the Preds Cup because I don't think they can beat Ravenwood. They can beat JP2. I don't think they can beat Ravenwood, especially if Cooper Hill plays, because Cooper Hill is a nightmare to defend. And I don't think the Bison can contend with him. I really don't. So the issue of the last 3 Preds Cup berths and the last Hine Cup spot that's going to go into January. Okay. So here is the schedule for the first week back, the second to last week of the 2024-2025 GNASH regular season. Monday, January 13th, 5:30. On Rink A at Centennial, JP2 MLK against Station Camp. If Station Camp loses this game or it ends at a tie, NBA and Summit Page claim Preds Cup berths. If Station Camp lose, it would put the Outlaws just 1 point away. 7:05 on Rink A at Centennial. Father Ryan taking on Mount Juliet Wilson Central Green Hill. It'll be senior night for the Irish. 7:40 on Rink B, Brentwood taking on Indy. It'll be Indy's senior night, even though for some reason that's not on the website. 8:30 on the Terry Chris Brink in Bellevue. Ensworth, Nolensville, Lipscomb taking on Ravenwood. The GNASH Cup regular season championship is going to be tilting towards someone at the end of this game. Again, if Ensworth win or it ends in a tie, Ensworth win the GNASH Cup. But if Ravenwood win, they would only need a win and a tie from their last 2 games to take the trophy away from the Ice Tigers. And at 8:35 on Rink A at Centennial, Montgomery Bell taking on Franklin. January 15th, 7:10. Oh, okay, Indy still have the Rangers. Okay, well, Indy are in the Hein Cup now, so they're still not in the race for the Preds Cup spots. 7:10 on Rink A at Centennial on January 15th. Indy taking on the Rangers. 8:30 on Rink B. The Outlaws taking on Centennial. Senior night for the Cougars. 8:45 on Rink A at Centennial. JP2MLK taking on Hendersonville Beach Lawson. Again, for the first time ever, they're putting a trophy on the line for this game. The Rock Island Cup. It's going to be played for every year in the regular season by these two. Now, if the game ends in a tie, it will officially go down as a tie for the GNASH record book, but I imagine they'll have a shootout to determine who wins the Rock Island Cup. And then on January 16th, here in the North Ring in Antioch at 8:30, Franklin taking on Summit Page. Will the Spartans be having to at least get a tie out of that game to clinch a Preds Cup spot, or will JP2 beat Station Camp earlier in the week and clinch it for them? I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. We're definitely going to cover that Ensworth-Ravenwood game on the 13th. And we're definitely going to do that JP2 Hendersonville game on the 15th. I don't know if we'll do that Franklin Summit game. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's it. That is GNASH hockey in the year of 2024. It's hard to believe that more than 9 months ago, or nearly 11 months ago, NBA Father Ryan tied in the final night of the 2023-24 regular season 2-2 to allow NBA to win the GNASH Cup by a point. And then later in February, the Rampage beating Brentwood 4-0 in the Hein Cup final. And then a week later, actually 6 days later, Ensworth beating Ravenwood 6-4 in the Preds Cup final, if necessary, game to win that. And now here we are going into the holiday break of the 2024-25 regular season, and we only have 2 weeks left in the regular season, and then playoffs in February. It's hard to believe. I want to thank you all so much for listening. I hope you have a happy and safe holiday season. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, and a Happy New Year. And I'll see you again on January 13th. Again, our final score tonight: Station Camp Liberty Creek 6, Independence-BA-USN-Nashville Christian 2. Indy off to the Hein Cup. Station Camp still in the race for one of the last Preds Cup spots. The race continues January 13th. I'll see you then. Stay tuned after the NHL and NBC theme for a special Christmas song. Good night from Antioch, and happy holidays to you.